In March and April of 2023, a stray cat started showing up at our door every single day. We already had 4 rescue cats at this point, and we didn't know if we could take another cat in. We started feeding him every day. We got him a heated cat house because it was still pretty cold outside. Our cats took notice to him coming every day and would wait for him on the other side of the door. We then learned that we were going to be moving soon, and I really didn't want to just leave him outside. We got a video camera to track his movements, and that's when we noticed that he was losing weight and limping. So that's when we decided to take him inside and bring him to the vet. After we brought him to the vet, we learned that he was shot with a BB gun, and because of that, he had a really hard time trusting humans, and he wasn't socialized enough to be adoptable, so we decided to adopt him ourselves. We put a bunch of extra cat stuff in our bathroom and temporarily made a little room for him. He hid behind the toilet for a while, and he did make a big mess out of everything. He was a very messy cat. We then decided to name him Mittens because of his white paws, and he definitely was not friendly at all, but we were determined to help socialize him, and we spent hours in the bathroom with him every day trying to get him to play and trust us more. We got a lot of airplane ears, hisses, spitting, growling. I would definitely classify Mittens as a feral cat. After about a week, we still didn't see much progress with him. He was very closed off and he just kind of shut down. He was so scared of us. We were kind of losing hope and thought this wasn't going to work out. And that's when we set up a camera in the bathroom to see what he did when we weren't in the room. And I think that's when our feelings for him really changed, because just looking at his expressions and his body language of him just realizing that he's inside and he's safe, and him exploring all of his new toys, it was really heartfelt and warm to us. A few days after that, we did get our first real nice moment with Mittens. This was the first time that he didn't hide when I opened up the door, and I got to see his cute little face. He didn't look mad at all, and he just wanted to explore. He was very curious about his new home. And even just a tiny bit of progress made me more hopeful about Mittens and his future with us. I really did feel like he was going to be a part of our family at this point. And we had way more interactions with him where he was very sweet and gentle, and he really understood we were trying to help him. We got him neutered, and we got him all of his vaccinations so that he could safely be around our other cats. He tested negative for any kind of diseases that he could give the other cats, and he also didn't have a microchip. We spent every single day with him in the bathroom. He had a lot of vet appointments, and he was very sick. It took a long time for him to really get better. The hardest part about all the vet appointments is that he lost a lot of trust with us when we did take him to the vet. By this time, we had Mittens for about a month, and things were progressing slowly, but it was still progress. Every interaction that we had with him involved him hissing unless I had food in my hands. And we still didn't give up. We wanted him to be a part of the family so badly, and we wanted him to make more progress. We started using churros as a way to gain trust with him and associate us with a positive interaction like food. This helped a lot. It really helped us make the next step into gaining his trust. And we also started introducing him to the other cats because he was very friendly with the cats and he trusted the cats more than he trusted us. Unfortunately, our cats really didn't like Mittens, and he wasn't a kitten, so it was very hard for us to introduce him to the other cats. There was a lot of aggression from our cats, especially with our other tuxedo cat, Luna. And at this point, Mittens was getting very lonely being by himself in the bathroom. We had tried letting him out of the bathroom, and we would keep the door open every day, but he would not venture outside of the bathroom. He would just stay in there by himself. We would still sit with him every day. We wanted him to know that he was loved by us and that we weren't going to hurt him. And finally, we had a breakthrough. He was able to trust us enough to play in front of us. He had never played with toys before. He didn't show much interest. We had the happiest feeling ever seeing him play and be comfortable. This was really the first time that we ever kind of saw him let his guard down. And it really just went up from there until we were introducing the other cats to him again. We tried the second time. And by this point, I could see that he was getting really depressed. He kept trying to escape through the window. He would scratch on the window for hours. He just wanted to go outside and be with the feral cat colony that he lived in. So we went out on a limb and got him a little kitten for him to have company. We named the kitten Boots, and she was on the euthanasia list at our local shelter because she was sick and the shelter was really full. This was their first time meeting each other, and I could just tell right away that they really needed each other and that they liked each other right away. It really felt meant to be, and I've never seen a cat introduction be so positive. I wish we had made this decision sooner because it really had such a positive impact on Mittens and Boots. I definitely think he had experience with kittens before because he definitely knew what to do and knew how to comfort her, and he really understood that she was a kitten and she meant no harm. And we had introduced her to our other cats first before we introduced her to Mittens, and she did not go right up to the other cats like she did with Mittens, so I think she knew that he meant no harm either. She actually hated our 4 other cats and did not want anything to do with them, but she really went straight to Mittens and wanted his love so badly. And after we got her, Mittens really came out of his shell and he started venturing outside of the bathroom. They were inseparable from the start and they were always together. Mittens absolutely loved her and she brought out the best in him. After about a month of having Boots, Mittens completely stopped hiding and he just wanted to be with us all the time. And the other cats were more accepting to a kitten, so when they saw that Boots was hanging around Mittens, they ended up liking Mittens too. Mittens started playing with all of his new toys with Boots, and he really turned into a completely different cat. We were really surprised with how fast this happened, especially with the little progress he was making before we got Boots. I really think she made him feel more comfortable in our home, and he saw that we meant no harm, and he started trusting us a lot too. This journey with Mittens inspired us to adopt another cat who had been dumped on the side of the road by his former owner, and he was found outside. We were so grateful for the opportunity to give another cat its forever home, especially after he had such a hard time with his other owner. Even though the experience was different this time around because Biscuit already trusted us and he really loved us and was super sweet and cuddly, it was really nice to save another cat. We were worried about how Biscuit and Mittens would get along, but shortly after bringing Biscuit into our home, we found Mittens comforting Biscuit through the door. And I knew then that we had found another friend for Mittens and that Mittens was trying to help him feel better because he was in that exact situation a few months ago. Mittens and Boots were so accepting to Biscuit and they really welcomed him into his new home. We were so grateful to have these moments of Mittens and Biscuit bonding together. And soon after this, all of our cats were very welcoming towards each other. We had 7 total cats at this point, and we really felt like they were all integrated well. It can be very hard to introduce cats, so we decided to use many cat introduction methods that worked really well for us. Our patience with introducing them really paid off, and they ended up being friends. They would all sit together and watch the birds, and they seemed so happy together. I really never imagined that they would get along this well, since it is really hard to introduce adult cats to adult cats. And Mittens still had a lot of progress to go with us. He still would get a little freaked out at times, and loud noises scared him. He would kind of hide when people came over. But he improved every day, and his sidekick Boots helped him so much, and she continues to help him, and they protect each other. They are very much in love. Mittens started sitting on the couch and sleeping on our bed, which those are very important places for a cat to sit, and it really felt like he trusted us more every day. Compared to the first few months that we had him, it really was nice to see him relax and be able to enjoy life indoors instead of being scared. He also looked a whole lot better. He looked very healthy, shiny. His coat grew back in very well. When we first brought him in, he just looked very dirty and greasy, and he just didn't look like he took care of himself very well because he was outside. And then he started to cuddle with us, and we were able to hold him. He didn't need food in my hands to be able to be by me. He doesn't even hide anymore. He'll nap anywhere, even in the middle of the floor. We learned that Mittens loves catnip. He loves churros. He loves chin rubs. It was truly an amazing feeling seeing him so happy and so relaxed. We never thought that this would happen and that he would be so happy being with us, especially in such a short amount of time. We documented Mittens' entire journey on TikTok and ended up gaining 150,000 followers. And we wanted to bring Mittens to YouTube to share his story with other people, because not only did we change Mittens' life, he changed our lives forever, and he also changed millions of people's lives too. We love sharing Mittens' story and his journey with us. We love how much progress he has made. Our goal is to raise awareness for Mittens' fellow feral and stray cats out there who are struggling. Patience is always key when rescuing cats. Not every cat is the same, and one cat's journey might be way longer or shorter than another cat's journey, but that doesn't mean they should be given up on. The support and kindness we have received on our TikTok and other platforms has been absolutely incredible. Looking back on where we started is so emotional for us because we can't believe that Mittens started out as a sad cat looking in our window. All cats deserve a story like Mittens.